What's up, everybody? You are listening to the Think Big podcast. I'm your host, Ayelet Polonsky, also known as your manifestation mentor. This podcast is designed to help you create a manifestation mindset by learning how to think big. You'll learn how to use your thoughts to co-create your reality. Let's get into today's episode.
I believe that people inherently mean well, but are often unaware of the quote-unquote unintentional brainwashing that they instill on society. There's an underlying message that we receive as young kids that life is full of impossibilities and difficulties. Then when someone manages to achieve the impossible, we become mesmerized by their story. We see it all over Hollywood. Why do you think the rags to riches narrative is so attractive? Aladdin is called a street rat who then finagles his way into the kingdom and into Princess Jasmine's heart. Or take the movie Annie, for example. A young girl starts off at a foster home after being abandoned by her parents and ends up adopted by a billionaire family. Everybody celebrates the person as a hero. But why? It's because you perceive this plot as achieving the impossible. You feel that she has made the impossible possible. I'm here to tell you that nothing is impossible. If you are stuck with the idea of impossible, even falling asleep becomes impossible. Why are we stuck with certain ideas? If we think a little bit, we can see how our thought patterns are shaped by our past. Our current perception is filled with beliefs of the world that we've adopted from childhood. Beliefs that we hear from our adults, such as money doesn't grow on trees or only skinny girls get married. Many of these beliefs are the ones that are limiting us. These limiting beliefs are what I call emotional hangovers. Whatever stops you from getting what you want is an emotional hangover because it's an outdated belief you're holding onto that is hanging over you like a cloud and preventing you from manifesting your heart's deepest desires. Emotional hangovers may leave you with a current feeling of confusion or lack, like something's missing in your life. These hangovers can create unpleasant experiences for you today because they're filled with comparison or low confidence or jealousy. All of these are hangovers from the past that are sitting in the present and destroying your future thinking, decision-making, and action. You are a whole, beautiful, complete being. But your emotional hangovers can leave you feeling incomplete and prevent you from using your powerful energy to fulfill your desires. Where do emotional hangovers come from? They are rooted in incidents and memories from the past that are stuck in the present and are affecting your future. For example, say you go to the park and you see someone get beat up and robbed. You may plant an unconscious seed where you convince yourself that the park is now a dangerous place. You may be terrified to ever visit that park again. This is how past incidents restrict us in the future. We carry these emotional hangovers with us, and because of a false perception about parks, let's say, we are forever impacted for the rest of our lives. Or let's say a girl is in a class and the teacher asks the question, who was the first president of the United States? And she answers, Abraham Lincoln, even though the right answer was George Washington. And the whole class laughs at her and she feels so ashamed. She is afraid that she'll always make mistakes while talking in public. So many years later, she's still afraid to speak in public. She's afraid of making a mistake and afraid of being laughed at. So she never speaks up at work. And as a result, she might not even do well at work. Now, was this girl right in assuming that just because she made one mistake that she will always make mistakes? No, of course not. Emotional hangovers always come from false perceptions, from wrong cognitions, from a limiting understanding of what's real and what's possible. You listening to this right now is not a coincidence. In fact, there's no such thing. If you were brought to my channel to hear this message, it's because the universe wants you to redefine what's possible. God wants you to put an end to your emotional hangover and to get sober by seeing life clearly, by seeing the world as a playground of possibility. Anything is possible for you. Not tomorrow, not in a year from now, but today. Change your story. Change your life. Sharing is caring, so if you liked what you heard and think that someone can benefit from this, pay it forward. And until next time, happy manifesting.
If you enjoyed this episode and would like more manifestation inspiration, tune in every Monday for a new episode. Be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on an episode. What you get out of this show means the world to me, so I invite you to leave an honest review. If you want more, you can follow me on social media at Ayelet Polonsky. I also have a number of virtual courses to offer if you're ready to take this material to the next level and start embodying a manifestation mindset. I teach you how to heal past trauma, experience the most joy out of life, and rewrite your future so you can feel good more often. Simply head on over to ayeletpolonsky.com for a variety of resources you can start taking advantage of immediately. See you next week. And as always, think big and happy manifesting.